Once I started doing this every year, this is how I changed my goals forever and how I actually get the results I want from the goals that I set for myself every year. Hey guys, it's your girl Justina and welcome back to a new video. And if you couldn't tell by the title, today we are going to talk about goal setting, and today I'm going to show you how I do my vision boards. So, goal setting, let's get to it. So for me, every year with my goal setting, it is perfect for me and it helps me really hit those goals that I want by creating a vision board. And for me, I do this every year, and I have for the past probably almost maybe 8 years, maybe even closer to a decade, where I go ahead, sometimes in December I'll start it, sometimes early in the year, sometimes I don't get to it until January. And you know what, hey, it's okay. There's never like the right time to create a vision board. I do suggest doing it at the beginning of the year. That way you have more traction and that way you can track your goals more and you're more excited about it. But like I said, if you're watching this video in like the middle of the year, it's perfectly okay to start a vision board. Like, there is no specific time. Just do what works best for you. But like I said, vision boards, they just are something visually to look at. I'm a very visual person, and once I see like a big beautiful vision board, like the aesthetic looking vision board, then I of course am going to be so motivated to try to hit all those goals and see what I can accomplish for the year. And so creating vision boards are pretty fun, and what I like to do is I like to just get out like a notebook and jot down like what I want my year to look like, or what I want some big goals to be. So for like example, before I had my baby Zariah last year, my vision board had like pictures of a baby. I did this vision board back in January, and I got pregnant in January but didn't know about it until February. And so on my vision board for last year, I had pictures of a little girl. How it just gives me goosebumps every time I like look at my vision board for last year and just see what happened, because I obviously had a baby girl. But yeah, I had pictures of a baby girl on there. I had pictures of just travel and adventure on there and all of that. And then the prior year before that, I had a goal on there of like moving to Austin, getting my body ready for pregnancy, working out, eating clean, and I was able to accomplish all of those goals. And then for myself this year on my vision board, I'll show you what goals I'll add on there. But like I said, I like to start first by journaling and writing down what I want to accomplish that year. And I like to do it in 2 different categories. I like to do like small goals, medium goals, and then like big goals. And those big goals are probably something that I can either accomplish this year, or it can just be kind of like an ongoing thing for me throughout the years. So for example, a big goal of mine would be to invest and save more money and pay off debt. Sometimes, especially with the baby, things come up and I might not be able to pay off all my credit card debt or save as much money as I want this year, but I'm going to continue that goal into the next year. So that would be a big goal I put on my vision board. Another example of like a small goal for me would be to I say it's small, but it's pretty big, is to like be consistent with my workout and my clean eating and all of that. So that's going to be a goal I'm going to put on my board. And then maybe a medium-sized goal, which would be something I know I'm going to do this year, and something that I do every year, is to like travel. And this year for the first time we're going to travel with Zariah, and so I'm super excited about that. But if you break up your goals into like small, medium, and large, they become more tangible for you and they are less daunting once you get to those. And so for goal setting, I would just say it's super important just to list out all of your goals. You can do it by plans. So like, for example, you can do like a 1-year goal plan all the way up to 5 years, or even 10 years, just to see where you would like to be in your life. But without further ado, I'm going to take you to my office and show you how I do my vision board, and then I'll show you what it looks like after I complete it. Board visuals from Pinterest, and I just search up like vision board art or vision board aesthetic photos, and I'll click on the ones that I want to use for my vision board. I'll take a screenshot, and then I'll go ahead and paste these into Word, and then I do resize these to the size that I would like for my vision board. And then once I have all of the art, I'll print all of that out, and then this is all of the supplies I'm going to use for my vision board, which are some stickers, some glue, and then the actual picture. Just got my vision board done, and it took me a couple hours just because I had to tend to Zariah and whatnot, but I'm finally done and I'm loving the way it looks. At the top is my word of the year, like I stated, reignite. I placed that in the center of my board and at the top so boldly, just so I don't forget that word. And so I am reminded every day that my word of the year is reignite. I'm going to reignite my YouTube. I'm going to reignite everything in my life. And then of course 2026 at the bottom. But like I said, I printed all of these pictures out on Pinterest. I've got a lot of text, but then I did print out some like graphic pictures too. Sometimes I do my vision board in just all text. That's okay, whatever works for you and what's going to help you stay motivated. But I have it broken out by category in each little section. So at the top, it's like my health, like go to the gym, my body, invest in myself, rich in health, like meal prepping and all that, self-love, and just like me being the best project that I'm going to work on, skincare things, cooking at home, that kind of thing. And then down here at this section in the corner, this is like relationship things. This is my marriage. I want to make sure I prioritize my marriage this year. We just had a baby in October, and I know that in our day-to-day life that you can kind of forget about your partner, and I want to be intentional and make sure that my husband knows I didn't forget about him. Even though we're raising a little baby and she's only 3 months old, I want him to still feel wanted, still feel seen as a husband. So I put that on my board because that is super important to me, and I just don't want our marriage to be on the back burner even though we are parents now. So that's super, super intentional for me to focus on my husband. And then here in this little section, this is like motherhood. Like I'm in my motherhood era. I want to manifest a comfortable life for my baby where she never has to worry about anything. She has what she needs at all times. And then I like this little sticky note that you're like a really, really, really good mom, and that's what I'm striving for. And so yeah. And then right here is travel. I love to travel, so I put travel on my vision board every year. And then for the first time this year, it'll be family travel. We do have our first trip already for the year. It's going to be in February, at the end of February, for my husband's work conference, but we're going to spend an extra few days out there. We're going to San Diego, which I was born in San Diego, and I was 2 when we moved, so I'm super excited to see the city kind of for the first time as an adult. I don't remember it when I was 2, of course, so I'm excited to go back to my birth city and explore that. And then right here, since we just moved to Austin last year, I have yet to make any like friends here just because the field I was working at, there was not a ton of people. It was a male-dominated industry, which I'm not saying you can't be friends with guys, but like I just couldn't relate to them, so I don't really have any friends out here at all. So my intention for the year is to make new friends. I make new friends everywhere I go. I just really want to hone in on a friendship, you know. And then in this section is all about like my content creation and brand deals. So as you can see, the camera, I'm shooting on this camera actually. It's the Canon G7X, I believe. But yeah, I put that out here. I want to, like, you know, continue this YouTube channel. I want to be rich in creativity. I want to get back to my creative side, which you can see this little picture right here, and then journaling. And then I do want to hit 10K followers on TikTok and Instagram separately, so it'd be 20K total. But I like to hit 10K on each of those platforms. My YouTube, I feel like it's going to take me a little bit longer just because I'm not even at 1,000 yet, but that's okay. For now, that's my goal for Instagram and TikTok. I do want to be a 6-figure creator, so this is going to be like a long-term goal for me. Yeah, I'm not even hitting 4 figures yet, but I'm excited to hit 6 figures soon. I do want to raise my credit score, work on my credit score, work on saving, you know, work on multiple income streams and pay off debt. This is always going to be on my vision board, the multiple income streams. Pay off my debts, are paid off in full. This, I know it's going to be on here for this year and next year just because I am a stay-at-home mom, so any money that I do have, I will chip away at the debt, but it's not going to be anything to what I was making when I was working full-time as employed. And then like financial growth, manifesting more money, And then down here in this section is like my spiritual growth. I want to, this is always going to be on my vision board as well. I want to keep, you know, harmonizing and keep connecting with God. And, you know, just, I feel like you're never ever going to be, you know, at your peak of spiritual growth. I feel like there's always room to grow there. And yeah, rich in faith is down here. And then kind of like rebranding myself. It's going to be God's vision for what my rebrand is going to look like. But anyways, not to mumble jumble, this is my 2026 vision board, and I hope that this is going to inspire you guys to make your own vision board. Like I said, I love creating these just because it's visually so pretty to look at and kind of like, you know, be like, yeah, this is my year. I'm going to do all of these amazing things. And then once you start doing these and you like see the vision come to life off of your vision board, it just like motivates you that much more. And so yeah, I hope you guys like my vision board, and drop a comment below like if you're making a vision board or not. Hey guys, now that you've seen how I do my vision board, I hope that I inspired you to create your own vision board and inspired you to start goal setting for yourself. I'm super excited to see what your guys' goals are, so if you don't mind, drop a comment below and let me know what your goals are for the year or for the next, you know, few years, or even your word of the year. I would just love to hear that. My word of the year, like I said in a previous video, is ignite, and I'm super excited to reignite my YouTube channel with you guys and reignite this journey with you guys. I'm super like motivated and excited to continue this. And make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. And you know, I just want to keep you guys with me on this journey and to watch my beautiful daughter grow. Super excited to share all the moments with you guys. But anyways, until the next video, see you guys.